I actually love my job. I feel very lucky to have fallen into the role that I have, genuinely. I think that all the time. Hi, my name's Maddy Goldberg. I'm a private chef and recipe developer based in Toronto, and this is a day in my life. Welcome to Kensington Market. My role as a private chef is mostly to make you have an amazing night. A lot of people don't know the difference between a private chef and a caterer. As a caterer, the difference is you show up with hot food, you're essentially reheating, plating, and serving. What I love about being a private chef versus a caterer is I actually get to sort of bring that restaurant kitchen experience into your home. So you get to watch how somebody, a chef in a restaurant, would prepare a beautiful fine dining meal, and then I take it all the way to the dining room where I'm serving, I'm interacting, I'm plating in front of you, and it's just so much fun. An average day for me would be different every single day. As I wake up, I have a coffee, I do a big morning stretch, very important if you're on your feet, and then I do all my admin work while I drink my coffee. Then my day is always gonna change. It's gonna be based on what I have coming up later in the week. This week, for example, I have a dinner in 2 days for 7 people and a dinner on Saturday, which is in 5 days for 18. So we're gonna be heading to the market. I'm gonna show you guys how I start preparing for dinners that are coming up. I think it's a very authentic part of how I do what I do is the fact that I'm just a city kid that doesn't even have my driver's license but can cook for 30 people. I love Kensington Market. It's the best food, the best produce, the best prices in the city. Also, every single culture, there's a little piece of it in this market. After the market, that's when I get back. I unload all my food and I start my prep work. This is when all the organization begins, so I'm figuring out my mise en place, which is everything in its place. So mostly just cutting and ensuring you have everything ready for the evening. Skills you need to become a private chef, I would say operate pretty similar to how you can be successful working in a restaurant, except that it just all falls on you. Just being able to deal with pressure while looking extremely calm. As a private chef, you're out in front of the guests the entire time you're cooking. I think it takes calmness, organization, efficiency to just be successful. I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna have everything I need to get the job done and nothing more. And I'm gonna be focused. I know my next task before I start my first one. Once I started essentially cooking to the degree that I realized this is no longer a hobby, this isn't just a small passion, this is something I should really pursue. That was in university and I decided to go to culinary school. So I went to George Brown right from university. And that's when Cook Eat developed from just a fun outlet, a hobby, something to, turn my love of food into kind of something other people can actually see and enjoy, and started doing some recipes. And then that developed into my private dining business through my Instagram, someone reaching out to me. We're wondering if you can do a dinner for us. It's gonna be outside, it'll be socially distanced, it's gonna be 8 people. Can you cook? And I was like, can I cook dinner for 8 people? Of course I can. Did this dinner, posted on my Instagram, had somebody reach out, hey, could you do a dinner for me? After about 3 months, I was consistently doing dinners under this sort of name, Cook Eat, and I realized, hold on, I think I have a business. Let's sort of pick this up, and that was 3 years ago. So since then, I've incorporated, I have servers that I hire for larger events, and other than that, I do all the food myself, and that is Cook Eat. My experience in food started with George Brown. I went from the home cook that I was in university, just passionate, into a professional chef and turning that into a career, because the reality of working in food is it's a labor of love. It's a lot of hard work. It's not necessarily gonna pay off, especially not at the beginning. And so really finding where you just genuinely are passionate, where you're actually working just free and feeling good about what you're doing is gonna lead you to a lot more success down the road than just trying to do what you think is cool at the time. If a career in this industry interests you, George Brown College has a lot of culinary and hospitality management programs to explore at the link below. I just love food. I feel like I could just talk about food forever. Stop asking me if I've seen the bear. I have never seen the bear, and I would say at every single private dinner I get asked if I've seen the bear, and I always tell them no. and I tell them I'm actually working on an article right now that's called Stop Asking Me If I Watched the Bear.